Well, hey there, friends. It's been a while. I have not been filming a whole lot lately because I got a new job. I went from working like 25 to 35 hours a week at my old job, and now I've about doubled that at my new job. But thankfully, that means I can buy more toys, like you see here. So I've still got my weekends to do stuff. I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been working on the Suzuki over here a little bit. That's at a little bit of a standstill now. It was finished, and then I took it out for a test drive and realized that the swing arm is kind of just junk. The pivot point at the front of the arm down there where it meets with the frame, even though I replaced the bearings and bushings and everything that go in there, it's just too worn out. The bushing and bearing on this side right down here don't fit properly, so I don't know, it's kind of cramped in there. I have a lot of shit in this garage, but I'll try and give you a view. Well, I guess it's not that important, but sorry. You can't see it too well there on camera. Anyway, there's a lot of back and forth play in the swing arm, and obviously there's not supposed to be. So I have to get a new one of those, which is not cheap. I'm about $1,000 deep into this thing. Paid $300 for it, so $1,300 altogether. Really kind of a wash at this point because, well, honestly, you can go out and buy one of these on Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever. You can usually get a good one for like $600 to $700 that really doesn't need any work. I did not look close enough at this one when I bought it. Just kind of an impulse buy. I was like, oh, it's only $300. It can't be that bad, but it was bad. It's bad. I'd never, not going to do that again, but at this point, I'm kind of married to it, so I'm just going to keep putting the money into it until it's done. Because, you know, what's the point in selling it? If I tried to sell it again, I'd be lucky to get the $300 for it. So, but yeah, win some, you lose some. Got to make a mistake every once in a while. It's only money. But this is why I'm making this video. It's been, I guess, a childhood dream of mine to actually own a legitimate tractor, you know, with a loader on it and a 540 PTO and a 3-point hitch. I've had these guys to kind of tide me over for a while, and they're great. I mean, I'm still going to keep this white as a lawnmower. It's fantastic. I love it. Great for mowing lawn. I have this case up for sale right now. Kind of hoping to get rid of it because I really just don't need it. I do have a snowblower for the piece of shit white over here that, you know, I mean, looking at it, you wouldn't think it's much, but it's actually a solid machine. I just have to rebuild the snowblower and then put it all back together, which probably sounds like a lot of work to some people, but whatever. It's going to be good. That'll be good for doing snow in the winter. And if I sell the case, I'm actually probably going to try and get a 3-point snowblower for the new John Deere. This is only a 20 horsepower tractor. I think it's like 18 PTO horsepower, but that should be more than enough to run like a 54-inch or 50-inch 3-point snowblower. I guess that's really, you know, all about travel speed, and this thing is geared pretty low. If I put it in low range, or first reverse, I guess, I could get off the tractor and walk next to it. It moves so slow, so it'll be more than enough for doing my driveway and everything in the winter. And it's nice to have the loader on there too, because this year it was getting to the point that with the case, I really kind of had to make multiple passes just to get the snow up and over the banks. So it'll be nice to have this to kind of push the banks back. But anyway, let me get into this tractor. This is a 1985 John Deere 750. It's basically just a rebadged Yanmar. It has a Yanmar 3-cylinder diesel in it. Like I said, it's 20 horsepower, 18 PTO horsepower. It has a John Deere 67 loader. Nothing too special there. It is a quick attach loader, as much as you can call it a quick attach loader. It doesn't have kickstands to get it off, but it's 4 pins, I believe, and then it's got quick connects, quick disconnects on the hydraulics. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically just like an air compressor fitting. You know, you just grab this little dude here, pull back and pull out, and the female end, or the male end, comes out of the female end. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I just brought this home this morning. It seems to be in pretty good shape. Only has a little over 1,200 hours on the clock. I mean, if it's been taken care of, which it looks like it's been. I mean, it's been used, but it's been maintained. So it should have, you know, at least another 4,000 hours in it, provided I take care of it, which I'm going to. Nothing really wrong with it that I could tell. I spent about an hour and a half looking it over, testing it out. I bought it from a dealer. They went through it, changed all the fluids, filters, things like that. It does need new hydraulic lines on the loader. Nothing's leaking, but the lines are starting to crack, and there's some exposed, I don't know what you would call it, the wire mesh on the line that's underneath the rubber. So those do need to be replaced, but I'll just start doing, you know, like one a week or something like that until it gets done. I'm going to buy a quick attach system for it, for buckets and pallet forks, stuff like that. I really don't need one right now, so that's going to be down the road. I can get by just fine with everything that I need to do with the bucket that's on there. What else can I tell you about it? So it's got high-low range, 4 forward speeds, 1 reverse, so coupled with the high-low range, that's 8 forward, 2 reverse. It does have a diff lock on the rear, and it's mechanical front wheel assist or mechanical 4-wheel drive, MFWA, however you want to attribute the words to that acronym. It's 4-wheel drive. It does need tires on it. These will last me maybe another year or so, but then I'm going to get a new set of turf tires. That's one thing that I did want. I did want turf tires. I know most people don't really like turf tires when it comes to, you know, good-sized tractors like this, because I don't know, I guess people just like more traction, which makes sense, but I'm going to be using this around the house a lot, so I didn't really want to rip up my lawn too bad, and I'm going to take it out into the woods, cutting firewood, logging, putting in food plots, things like that. But with the 4-wheel drive, I don't foresee myself having any issues. It's not like I'm actually going to be using it to work fields. So the one thing that I need to fix on this, as is the case with almost every used tractor out there, is the wiring. The wiring is pretty atrocious. It's got a new alternator on it. This is, I guess, I'm not too well versed in this stuff, but as far as I know, this is an AC alternator, puts out AC current, which gets rectified into DC and then charges the battery, runs the lights, all that stuff. So it's kind of a unique style. It's very small, narrow, as you can see, but obviously that one is new, and it's kind of just, the wiring's all sorts of jacked up. And I don't know if there's a bad ground, or if that battery's bad. There might be. It's not an old battery. It's a 2018, so it's only 2 years old. But there might be like a parasitic draw on the system somewhere, because it just doesn't. Both times that I was at the dealership, they had to bring out they have a massive generator on a pallet that they run around with a forklift, and had to bring that out to start it. So I'm just gonna go through the wiring and just, you know, kind of look it all over and look for bad connections, loose grounds, stuff like that. I'm probably gonna get a new battery for it anyway, and then I'm probably also gonna get a new starter, because they're only about $90. So just cheap insurance, I guess. Make sure it's always gonna work for me, but I might, you know, dig into it and find some loose connections or something like that, and it may end up being fine. Who knows? So you just gotta look into it. But other than that, it's a pretty solid, stout machine. It's not leaking any kind of fluid anywhere. No blow by. The lights, again, don't really work all that well because, well, like I said, the wiring's all jacked up. But everything else seems to be in good condition. I think this is definitely a new seat, which is nice. Does have a seat belt on it. This does not have glow plugs. It just has like a warmer on the intake. I don't know what the technical term is for that, but that's essentially what it does. It's right there. Just heats the air before it goes into the engine. It was like 16, 17 degrees when I picked it up this morning, and had it not been for the, low battery, I think it would have fired right up. But yeah, so just going to be doing some work to this today. We'll try and film what I do. The first thing I'm going to do is try and get the loader disconnected, which could take some doing. Seems easy enough to do, but who knows? It's always something that kind of slows you down on those jobs that seem like they're going to be easy to do. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And this is going to be new to the, I guess I'll call it a homestead, even though I'm not really a homesteader. But it's a new toy in the shop anyway, and I'm excited to use it. So I'm probably going to get rid of this case. I think I'll get someone to buy it. If not, whatever, I'll keep it here and use it. I don't really care. It's not costing me any money. So I do have somebody coming to look at this tiller today, because this is useless to me at this point, because I don't have the hydraulic PTO for that tractor to actually use the tiller. I could have piped one in, but I didn't really need to, because I have the other Craftsman that goes on the back of the white. And now that I have this, I have my single bottom plow and cultivator over at my hunting land. So I had to go grab that, bring that back home, and I could use this to put in the garden if I wanted to, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'll use I haven't decided yet. I'll either use the single bottom plow or the cultivator to rip the sod up here in the yard, and then I'll come at it with the tiller, and then probably just use the tiller every time after that. But I don't know how well the tiller would handle the unbroken ground, but only one way to find out, I guess. But I'm excited about it. Like I said, this has been a childhood dream of mine. Never really thought that I would be able to do it, but yeah, life's getting exciting. So thanks for watching. This may or may not be the end of the video. Yeah, we'll just see what happens here. I think I'm gonna try and get the loader off, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Thanks for watching.